Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to the Civil War Update and Weapon System Upgrades announcement. So as everyone knows, there is a timeline boost to what's going on here. Basically, this is the way of putting, in my eyes, a balance in the game, but not having to worry about balance. This is basically where, in lore as well, Inner Sphere Tech moves up and starts to catch up with the Clan Tech. So we're going to go through the different types of weapons, what they do, what they're called, and, well, overall, what's going on. Well, first things first, shall we? 933 bright sparks of vibrant prosperity spread across 1,000 light stars. A crown of jewels worthy of a successor state in the golden age of the Star League. What is more, while the barbarians from beyond the periphery batter us, they herald a technological renaissance that has swept the inner sphere. Even now, each great house is arming their bright-eyed women and men with the latest tools to hoist their standards high. Alternate particle projector cannons from the Draconis Combine, a new Gauss from the Free Worlds League, a slew of technologies from the beloved Federation Commonwealth, from new fusion engines to targeting systems to rotary autocannons, even the compelling Confederation and the barbaric clans have new offerings. And of course, the Knights avatars of the last half millennium still stalk enemies across the remote systems, with new battle mechs walking off assembly lines. I was honored to witness the preliminary field trials for a new and deadly battle mech for Defiance Industries, the Azul. Other manufacturing conglomerates will continue to build new suits as well of the Inner Sphere, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to the fun stuff, shall we? Clan Tech. Inner Sphere Tech. What are we to do? This is all Inner Sphere technology. LBXs. We're going to get in the LBX2, the LBX5, and the LBX20s. Ultra 2s, Ultra 10s, and Ultra 20s. ER smalls and ER mediums. Streak 4s and Streak 6s. Light and heavy Gauss rifles. Basically, for this one, this is where it kind of starts to change up a little bit. So, a light Gauss rifle is a Gauss rifle that weighs less, has greater range, like an AC-2, but deals less damage as a Gauss. Heavy Gauss is just the opposite. Less range, more damage. Think of it almost like the autocannon variants. Rotary cannons. We have rotary autocannon 2s and rotary autocannon 5s. These are like Gatling guns. You hold the button, they spin up, then they start firing. The longer you hold them and fire, the more they heat. Theoretically, they should be heating up a lot more as it fires, and they have a higher jam chance as the longer they fire. Yeah. Then what will happen technically is you let go, and it'll take a second for it to cool down. And obviously you'll be dissipating your heat, but it takes a second or two for the rotary cannon to slow and stop shooting. Obviously, we're also going to have light machine guns and heavy machine guns. Light machine guns are going to have longer range and deal less damage. Heavy machine guns are going to have shorter range but deal a lot more damage. In conjunction, medium range missiles. These are dummy fire, just like the streaks, just like SRMs. But they do damage in 10s, 20s, 30s, and 40s. I am so looking forward to these things beyond anything. Next to, of course, one other thing. The rocket launcher. So it's a one-shot, unguided rocket launcher that deals low damage for very low tonnage. I'm going to assume it's going to be either a missile slot or a ballistic slot, so it'll probably be a missile slot. You can do missile launchers in 10s, 15s, and 20s. Imagine an archer with 20, fires them all at the same time. You could suppress an area like nobody's business, but it's a one-shot pony. Light and heavy PPCs. So just like the Gauss, and kind of to go along the lines of the autocannon route, we now have a light PPC and now a heavy PPC. The light PPC is going to be obviously way less. Have further, it's going to have less weight, less heat, but also will deal less damage. Ranges are still the same. Heavy PPC, same thing. Ranges are still the same, but it'll weigh more, and it'll obviously deal more damage, get more heat. Snub-nose PPC. Snub-nose PPC is basically a PPC shotgun. It has no minimum range, but it damage is going to just drop as you get beyond like 150, 200 meters. Basically, dual snub nose PPC, 4 medium pulse is the way to brawl now with the inner sphere. Light engines as well are going to be coming into play. Light engines basically are now going to take up 2 critical slots in your torsos in comparison to the 3 or I think it's 4 for inner sphere XL engines, but they also weigh more than XL engines. So it's a trade-off. They weigh more than XL, but still not as much as standards. They take up less space, but they weigh a little bit more. I'm probably going to be going to a lot of these light engines. Now the next big things. Targeting computers. Basically, it's the clan version of the targeting computer, which is really good. Laser AMS. It doesn't use up any ammo, but uses heat. I like that. Light Ferrous Armor. It takes up 7 critical slots only, but you basically save some weight. No big deal. But here's the big thing. Stealth Armor. 12 critical slots. It's used with ECM. While you're utilizing Stealth Armor, your heat gets built up. This is going to be insane. I am going to have my Raven with this. If I can put it on my Raven. It is so going on my Raven. Most likely, only newer mechs will be able to run stuff like this and this, most likely, so that makes sense. Clan Tech. Light and heavy machine guns as well. Micro and micro pulse lasers. Basically, they're closer than smalls. Heavies, smalls, mediums, and larges. This is going to be a big deal for the clans right here. This is going to be a big hitter. I can see this being a good thing on big brawlers and things like that. A light tag, no big deal there. Laser AMS as well. A lighter version of the Beagle Active Probe, and the Advanced Tactical Missile, or ATMs. 3s, 6, 9s, or 12s. Basically, the missile is, well, it's a long-range missile. Basically, it does damage at short ranges, mediums, and long-range missiles. It works as all 3. You can fire these things at 1,000 meters if you want. You can fire them at 5 meters if you want. The closer it is, the more damage it does. Overall, a lot of these weapons will be automatically thrown onto the new mechs as well that are coming out. Overall, I'm really excited. Obviously, this is going to be a big balance change. This is going to level out a lot of the weapon systems, especially when the light and heavy PPCs are coming out. Light and heavy Gauss, the rotary cannons, light and heavy machine guns, ER smalls and mediums, streak 4s and 6s, medium range missiles are going to be a big thing. Watch it for a lot of MRM-10 runners. This is going to be a big thing. I am really excited for this. I'm also excited for the massive rocket launcher barrages that you're going to see. The rocket launcher 20s that people are just lobbing these things over. Oh, I'm going to probably put one of these things on a couple of mechs just to see how they look like. Overall, very excited for this. The timeline, though, here's the thing. I'm assuming that these are coming out at the same time as the mechs. Now, pre-order is the 30th. So we'll have to see. So once again, it's Inner Sphere versus Clan still. That's not going to change. It's the Cougar and the Mad Cat for the clans, Azel and Annihilator for the Inner Sphere. I am beyond excited for all this. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.